Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we just finished up annexing the Bosporan Kingdom, and that is wonderful. Now the question might become, where are we going from here? The answer to that is Sequania, but we're going to need to wait for a bit for our aggressive expansion to dip down. And I'd like to fill in some of this uncolonized territory over here as well, but that'll take a little bit of time for sure. There's no doubt about that. I would like to build a few additional libraries. Ooh, these are some solid libraries over here. I like it. So a number of these are mediocre, but some of them are quite good. So we'll get that going. Of course, we are working on building some roads in our newly conquered territory, and we'll get that done soon enough. We also have a number of disloyal provinces over here. That's to be expected, and we're definitely going to have to work on making them a little bit more loyal. We'll put in this guy as our marshal, and that'll be just fine. Now, I'm not really ready to expand our Legion armies at this time, even though we probably could. Yeah, by 5 units. It's not huge. Oh, Sequania just did some colonization up here, I believe. I'd like to see them connect up over here. That would be ideal. I don't know how realistic that really is. But as we get the ability to colonize some of these locations, we absolutely will do so. Our stability went up a little bit. That's okay. And what does this veterans move on? Ooh, not bad at all. 1,000 manpower and 15% local tax in Kamachia. Now there's some local provincial loyalty reduction there, but that's fine. And actually, that civil war appears to have gone away. Or not really civil war, but rebellion. Okay, cool. So we could take cash. I honestly don't need it. I don't think that's super necessary. I would like to potentially get ourselves a second navy. To that end, I am going to build in a single trireme here. Just the one. And we'll get that filled out later on. Successful treatment. Okay, cool. We don't really care too much about that. Now, I want to take a look. Yeah. So once they're done here, I want them to come over this way. And we know that we walked... yeah, like that. So we're going to want to connect these capitals a little bit more directly. And we're also going to want to connect these capitals a little more directly. Yeah, that'll be fine. Perfect. So these guys are going to be finishing up over here fairly soon in Crimea. So to that end... let's see. We probably want them to come down over here and build something kind of like this. It's really awkward. I wish we could build a road through this pass. Obviously we can't. But we're going to have them park up over here once they're done. Okay, that'll be fine. How are we doing on our research efficiency? Right now we're at 108, 109. We should probably think about increasing our maximum efficiency soon. So that's certainly something to think about. We're going to have a new civic advance here in just a couple of months, and we know we can get one of those. We've been working on increasing our discipline in our martial advances, but for right now, I think we're going to take a quick break from that, and we are instead going to go into our religious advances and grab theological colleges, which will give us an additional 25% maximum research efficiency. So that means we're less close to bumping up on that research efficiency issue. Now, I believe there's also one here, yes. Another 25% maximum research efficiency available in the oratory advances. For right now, we're not too concerned about that, but that may become a thing a little bit later on. Yeah, this is national tax stuff. Honestly, I'm not concerned about money right now. Money is the last of my concerns at this moment. So that's fine. Now, we do have a number of disloyal provinces here, and they're going to rebel eventually, but it's going to take them a while before they do that. And this guy can recover the costs. That'll be fine. We could pay for that if we wanted to. Maybe we should have. Maybe we should start paying for those. We'll see. We'll imprison this guy. I'm sure he'll be fine. We need a new governor in Albania, and we'll put in this gentleman here. Now, this is 84% Zoroastrian, so we don't actually need to have this be on conversion. I do want to take a look at our administration right now. Okay. Anything below 50% that is not on religious conversion, we're going to switch. Yes, I realize that this is not necessarily the most ideal because it's going to rebel pretty soon, but I think it's okay. This one is not at 50 either. Again, it's not ideal because Colchis is fairly disloyal, but we're not super short on political influence the way we were previously. And now this is 54%. So I think from here, we're good. Cool. So we'll get those flipped over. We can now have a maximum of 54,000 manpower in the bank, and we should definitely work on banking up some of that manpower. I think we do need to be at peace for a little bit here. Let's go ahead and build a few navies, or rather a few naval ships. For right now, we're just going to spam out the triremes here. And they're going into like Tanais, so we're going to hold off on building any additional. We want to get this up to be another 31 fleet, if at all possible. Now, is it possible to mothball ships in this game the way you can in like Europa? I don't think so. No. Now, this is currently set up to frontal assault, and it looks like frontal assault is probably our best option. Actually, harassment is slightly better. So that's what we'll do. We'll switch to harassment, and that'll be beautiful. Now, these guys are, of course, on bottlenecking, so that's 85%. That's as good as we're going to get for our current composition. I like it. Now, the Seleucid Empire. Do we think we can get some land off of them? Probably not right now. Moria has been beating them. They have comparable pop numbers. Okay, we do need a new governor in Torca, and we'll go ahead and put this guy in. And that does mean that we absolutely want to switch this back to religious conversion. This guy has made a few changes, so we'll go ahead and go through this one more time. So this needs to be on religious conversion, as does this. And this one should be as well, as should this one. Now we're good. Okay, perfect. When can we call down Zoroaster again? Not for a few years. Okay, that's fine. Cool. So we definitely have a bunch of construction ongoing over here. I'm interested in perhaps putting in a line here to connect that up, and then coming down this way like that. That should, in theory, be fine. And I suppose we could connect that road in kind of like this. Yeah, that could work. A minor addendum, huh? Gain 6 stability for 10 political influence. You know what? We've got plenty of political influence banked. We'll do it. That'll be fine. Now, we can only have the one legion at this moment. Of course, we do have it broken up into 2 armies. I wouldn't necessarily mind increasing the legion size there, but we definitely need more pops over here. Our Chancellor died, and so we'll need a new one of those. We'll put in this gentleman. He's not the best at the job, but he's the best that we have available. Okay. Our legitimacy isn't great. There's no doubt about that. Our tyranny is dropping by a very small amount. A very small amount. Our stability is, of course, dropping as well. How are we doing on our research efficiency? We're at 110. Okay. Now I want to check in on a library. Holy crap, that's a lot. Okay, 0.46 is huge. We're absolutely going to build that library. There's no doubt about it. Cool. So that will get us a lot more production on our tech. A lot more monthly research, specifically. So that's excellent. We're going to be getting martial and religious advances very soon here, and we're up to 110% research efficiency. I want to check in on the tech levels of these guys. So these guys are Miltech 10. Rome is Miltech 9. Moria is Miltech 11. Okay, so we've kind of got a range here, 9 to 11. And we are 10. We're almost on par with the highest tech big boy. I want to double check over here. Egypt is 11. Carthage is 9. Okay, so yeah. The highest tech big boy is currently Egypt/Moria at 11, and we are almost there. So that's really good. We've definitely worked on our technology growth, and it's paying off. We're going to continue to work on it, of course. Population growth is more important than local tax right now. Absolutely. Now, to that end, I wouldn't mind working on additional religious advances if it would give us additional population growth. Now, I would like to check out what's going on over here on this side of the tree. Omen power, pretty much. Very awkward. Army morale recovery is okay. National manpower, sure. Right now, that's not a huge concern for me. Pretty much army morale recovery, pop conversion speed there. It's pretty good. Okay. And then in the oratory tree, going down this way gets us research efficiency, which is always good. If you can get there, that is. Tribute income, loyalty of generals, that's pretty good. AE changes. And then down here, a bunch of just flat research points. That's quite a long ways down the tree. Flat loyalty of characters. Diplomatic reputation. Tyranny reduction. Diplomatic range. I mean, what I would really be most interested in is scientific patronage and sponsored research in the oratory advances. It's a long ways away, and I would love to see some population growth. Actually, pop cap here is pretty good. That is pretty good. Indeed. Needs one of. So we could theoretically go down this way into open negotiations, steganography, but these are kind of the same, so there's that. I think we'd probably go down census data and then hierarchy of responsibility if we were going to go this route. And then corruption reduction down into monthly corruption, cohort loyalty gain chance. Yeah, that's something we could definitely do. That might be a good thing to go after. Pop migration speed and tribesman output wouldn't be awful either. I mean, there's some good civic advances here. I would really like to see population growth. Okay. For now, I think we're going to continue going for our discipline gains. Now, for cohorts, we're going to need veteran reassignment as well. Military education, great wonder effect. Okay. Legion maintenance cost is fine. Heavy infantry discipline, army morale recovery discipline. Yeah. So I think we're going to finish off going down this way for the moment. I do want to get our drill up, or rather not our drill, our discipline. That'll be very good. I do want to check in this civic advancement here. Citizen output. I mean, that's all well and good, but it's not really what I'm looking for. I feel like we already have pretty much all the population growth stuff that we can get, but that's really what I want right now, is more population growth. So what modifies that? Let's hop in, say, over here and look at the pop info and look at the growth. Being at peace, positive stability, grain rations, Huba, apparently, whatever that is. Maybe a tech? I don't know. Civilization value, and years of food supply. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So we do have another tech from advancing to Marshal 11. So we're going to grab Elite Recruitment Standards. There we go. And we're definitely going to want all 4 of these plus all 3 of these to finish up our discipline. So that'll be fine. That basically gets us everything in this tree except Strategic Academy, which I'm kind of not going to grab, I think. At least not right now. Now, I wouldn't mind grabbing this Heavy Cavalry discipline, and what else would we maybe want over here? Fort Defense is not, honestly, not that big of a deal to me. We do need to get a new steward, and we definitely should do that. And we're also going to need a researcher for our martial advances. This guy will do. Okay. Now, back to what I was thinking about. Yeah, this is all siege ability over here, which isn't awful, to be sure. Army attrition minus 5% just flat. In addition to the 5% siege ability, that's pretty good. Yeah, finishing off these siege engineers here, this tech over here wouldn't be bad. This naval tech, we're going to ignore because I like to ignore navies. We're going to pretend it doesn't exist. So definitely there's a few things to continue to get over here. It must be decimation. Okay. There's definitely a few things to get over here and over here. After that, we're probably going to look at getting oratory advances down to this improved research. Is what I'm thinking right now. I mean, look at how quickly we're getting these techs. It's very, very fast. So that's really good. And that's going to go even faster once these libraries finish up. Now, I do want to continue constructing some triremes here. And how many are we going to construct? Well, that'll do. I don't know how many that is, but that'll do. We may have a few too many. That's fine if that's the case. Our income has come up. And I'm just checking over here. Yeah, we're done building roads. And I think this is good enough on the roads. Actually, I'm going to have these guys build a road down through here like this. And then we're also going to have them build a road directly like that. Okay. I want to make sure that we have slightly better roadage over there. There's also a good argument to be made of having a direct road down through here. And we're going to have these guys come on down here to start building that. We do need a new religious researcher here. And this guy is currently a scorned family. And he's the best we've got, so we'll put him right on in. Excellent. So, we're doing fine on cash. I wouldn't necessarily mind getting another... Oh, that is so good. I wouldn't necessarily mind getting another few libraries here. We've got plenty of headroom right now on our research efficiency. We can go up to 150. So that's okay. We're going to keep working our way through that. Spending our money on getting our technology good to go. Militarily, I do want to attack Sequania, but we're not going to do that now. Like, that's not going to be a this episode thing. We definitely want to let our aggressive expansion drop. Otherwise, we're going to have both Rome and the Seleucid Empire on us, and we don't want that. That would not be a good thing right now. Not yet. We're not ready for that yet. We're still a major power. We're not a great power. And both of these are great powers. We might want to start thinking about making friends with Egypt. If we can leverage Egypt against the Seleucid Empire, that might be useful for us. We can call down Zoroaster, and we absolutely will. Is that no longer converting 5 pops? It still says it in this tooltip. I didn't notice it in the pop-up, though. Yeah, that's definitely still converting 5 pops. We are making really good progress on our conversions. So that is magnificent. Super happy to see that. Okay, once we arrive here... Actually, once we arrive here, we do have roads. I was going to say we should build roads, but we don't actually need them. So we're going to come down over to here. And once we arrive there, we're definitely going to build a straight shot road down to like Spandarin. We do need to get married. We are 77. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. We've outlived a lot of wives. I'm sure it'll be fine. So this guy's building up through here. Yes, that's okay. No problem whatsoever there. We've got 23 triremes here right now with a number coming in. What is that number? Oh, the Seleucid were in a civil war. Honestly, I had no idea. Like, I legitimately had no idea that they were in a civil war. We don't want to attack them yet, although when we do, we're going to want to go after their Anatolian holdings over here. I'd like to cut them off from Rome eventually, but them having borders with Rome is currently useful for us. So at the moment, we're going to allow that to continue. What is Rome up to over here? They're not at war. Do they have a CB on us? I think I saw us in here. Yes. So they have a CB on us for a very long time. And they have quite a number of troops moving up here, and they are not at war. I believe that it is possible, very possible, that the Roman Empire is currently planning to declare war on us. I hope that I'm wrong. But if they are, we should be prepared. Once we're done over here, we appear to have forgotten to road build up through here. Okay, so we'll just do that for the moment. Once we're done there, these guys are going to go on road build. I still want this straight shot over this way. Like that. And then once they're done there, we're definitely going to head up over this way and try to garrison some of this territory. Now, we do have a fort here. We do have our allies here. And it could be that they're just chilling up here. They might not actually have designs on us, but we should assume that they do. So we can see we're making 4 ships here, and that will actually be the perfect number of ships. That was purely by accident. I like it. I like it a lot. Our income just dropped dramatically. Wonder what caused that. Looks like mostly army maintenance. Did going up in tech increase our maintenance cost? Yes. Okay. That makes sense. So that's completely fine. And we're still positive, so I'm okay with it. It does, of course, mean... Ooh, population growth. Yes, please. It does, of course, mean that we're going to have some potential issues with our cash in a bit. However, we can always crank back up our taxes. That would be fine. We can always crank back up our commerce as well if we wanted to, but I think that would actually be actively detrimental to us. So that's okay. I think that our treasury will slowly recover over time anyway. I'm not too concerned about it at this moment. I'm a little bit concerned about our disloyal provinces. I'm very concerned about the possibility of Rome declaring war on us. That said, if they haven't declared war on us yet, then I suspect they're not going to for a little while. Sequania is definitely pushing in over this way. I like it. That is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to stop building roads over here soon enough. And we're going to definitely have to work on our economy a little bit. Now, how do we want to do that? It's a good question. For right now, we're not really going to do too much on that front. But right now, we're going to tell these guys to stop road building, and we're going to park them up over here. Actually, we'll park them over here where their transports are. Cool. What's the supply limit up here? Yeah, that's still going to have attrition. So we're going to have these guys come off of road build. They're going to come down over here. And their fleet will move on in. Excellent. Okay, we're back up to 13.4. I guess our army maintenance is increased while we're on road build, and the increased cost from the tech, I'm guessing, was what did that. Okay, so we have a free innovation here, and I definitely want to continue working through our martial advances, so experience decay or army morale recovery. For right now, I'm more interested in the cohort loyalty gain chance, so we're going to head down this direction. We're going to grab these three, and then we're going to work on Scythian saddles for sure. Maybe blacksmith apprentices, and then we're going to grab all of these siege techs over here. For now, though, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue worrying about Rome attacking us, but we're also going to be thinking about potentially making some moves of our own. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.